session. All right. Okay, once again, we are 20 people on this Zoom call. Welcome. My name is Nanono Harriet. I'm a leader in the Game Changers. Our team is called the Game Changers International. We have been in existence since August 2021, and we have been moving all the way. We have never stopped, and we are not yet to stop. The reason as to why we chose the word Game Changers, it is because we want to change the game of the word cryptocurrency. In the crypto space, we want to change the game. So we are Game Changers International. We have a physical office in Kampala. It is on Kampala Road on the building called the Prism. It is next to a tall building called the E-Tower when you are on Kampala Road. And when you are on Buganda Road, it is next to Hotel Triangle. If you are a Ugandan and you are moving around there, you'll find us on the Prism. We are on the 50th floor, room number 5. That is where we are. We are there Monday to Saturday from around 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sometimes I stay in the office up to 8 p.m. And we are at your service every now and then, every day, every night. We are always at your service. Today, I want us to understand the thing called margin calls. Margin calls. Yesterday, we are looking at how to set a trade. If a signal has been shared in the group, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? So we saw how you can set a trade. I don't know whether we can as well go back a little bit, and then we say it, we do it chap, then we continue with today's presentation. Someone can say, can we do it again chap, then we continue. Arnold, nice to see you. Nice to see you, Arnold. And can we do?
Thanks, madam. How are you?
Hey. Let's do how to set a signal in case they have shared it in the group and chap. We are just going to use a signal which has been shared. It is Ion. I said when they share a signal, let me go to the Game Changers, to the Game Changers. It is here, and the Game Changers. I want a signal. I want people to see how a signal looks like. There is this one, Ion. Blessed Habib says, let's buy Ion, entry, that is, and then they take profit. It is 3%. When you see a signal like that, just run it to your Royal Q application. Just run to your Royal Q application. Hey, my God. Oh, my God. I love this color. I love this color. The blue color is always, oh my God, it is always good for me. I love it. The moment as I said yesterday, a signal has been shared, just run to your application, go to quantitative. When you go to quantitative, that is where there is a list of all coins. And then you go in the search bar here, click in the word Ion. That is the coin they have told us to trade. If you don't see it in the general list, go to the professional list and then type it in Ion. It is here. It is here. We have gotten it. The moment you see it, so if you set your strategy, and all your coins are having a strategy, just go to trade settings. When you go to trade settings, you can say, I have maybe $400, or even you say, yesterday I was using this account, I set a strategy of $300. Someone using $300 as capital. And the first buying amount, that is the amount of money you want to go with in the market, is $60. Then I wanted the robot to buy for me 9 times. That's why I said margin call limit 9. And then the call position take profit, it was 2%. That is the strategy that I set. But in the signal, when we look at the signal here, in our signal, they are saying, take 3%. Take 3%, that is the percentage we want to take from this market. Edit, and then change from 2% to 3%. The call position take profit call back, that is when it hits or at 3%. If it goes up, if it surpasses 3%, as it is going down a little bit by 0.01, let it sell. If it hits 3% and then it just goes back down, as it is descending, let it be at 0.01%, then it sells. I don't want to lose too much money. 0.01, at least that one is good. And I also distributed my take profit, my margin calls like this, the 9 times. This is mostly where we are going to look at here. This is where we are going to be most of the time today. I just wanted us to see how a signal is set, and then I want the call back when it sells, a margin call when it is buying back, it buys at 0. As it drops by 0.1%. Then my distributed and my distributed take profit, those are the fifth margin calls, the 67s, and so on. Those ones which are sold independently, I take profit 1.3, then I confirm. Then after that, I save what I have changed. When I save, before I start the trade, I have to check the current price. Allow me change my screen from the dark mode. Okay. We want to focus so much on the current price and the price in the signal. The price in the signal is 0.0348, whereas the price in the current price is 0.3502. 0.03485, then 3502. What does that mean? It means that the current price is higher. And we said yesterday, if the current price is higher, just come here. If the current price is higher, I'm here. I was here. If the current price is higher, the current price is higher. Where has it gone? Here. Where has it gone? The current price is higher. Because it is higher, I'm going to go here. I want to put a pending order such that when the price comes from up where it is and then it hits the price which is in the signal, the robot will buy for me. And now I'm going to set it. What is in the signal? It is 0.03485. I just click here, preset price, and I put 0.03485. 0.03485, and I am going to confirm. 0.03485, it is lower than the price in the current price. So I want the price to move from up where it is to this lower price, and then the robot will buy for me. Why is it like that? Because the person who has done the analysis has seen that when the price hits 0.03485 and then the robot buys, it will move up and we shall sell at 3% comfortably and we make profits. If you buy at the current price, you will not be able to hit the 3%. Maybe by the time when it reaches 3%, it will end there and then it goes down again. So that's why we do presetting. And I am going to start my trade. When I start my trade, I am going to confirm. When I confirm, it means I have put a pending order. When you go to your home here, you will find that pending order there. I said, when you go to your home page and you see and you see a trade which is in green, it means you have put a pending order. You are waiting. You have put, there is a trade in waiting. As it reaches, the robot will buy for you. So that's the good thing about this robot. You can put your pending orders, then you go to sleep. The market will move and then it will reach there when you are sleeping, and the robot will do the work. It will buy and it will also sell when you are still sleeping. The only thing you have to do is to do the preset, go and do your other things. The robot will do the rest of the work. Hoping that we have at least understood that one. That is not our main focus. Today, our main focus is, it's all about margin calls. Margin calls and margin calls distribution. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our robot buys in bits. Or it is doing what we call quantitative trading. We are doing quantitative trading. When I say quantitative trading, what does it mean? That this robot it is not supposed to buy everything all at once. It is not supposed to buy everything all at once. What is it supposed to do? It is going to buy in bits. And by buying in bits, we are buying, it goes down. And how do we do it? We set what we call margin calls. When we set margin calls, it means we want the robot to, I'm in a dark place. Ooh, let me put off my, okay. We tell it to buy many times because we know that this market doesn't stay in one place. The market doesn't stay in one place. I want to show you how the market moves, by the way. The market we are trading from moves like this. It starts from down here. Let's say it is going to start here. It is going to move. It goes down. It moves. 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 It goes down. So this is how the market is moving. Yes, we know it is going up, but it doesn't go in a straight line. So the business that we are doing quantitative trading. When we are doing quantitative trading, we buy from here and we sell from here. Here we buy and here we sell. We get out of the market. We wait for the market to come down. When it comes down here, we buy. And then up here, we sell. Why? We are buying low and we sell high. That's when we make profits. We buy low and we sell high. We buy low, we sell high. But in between here where we have bought from to where we shall sell at, this market doesn't again go straight the way you are seeing this line. Or the way you are seeing this line, it doesn't again go straight like that. Even when we have bought up to where we are going to sell from, it makes some movements there which are high and low, high and low, high and low. That's when we experience seeing the bulls and the bears. As I said, bull means going high, or we can use a trading word which is uptrend. Uptrend is going up and downtrend is going down. So when the market, again, from where we have bought from and where we are going to sell from, in between there are also movements which are up and down. Again, you will find there are candles which are green, others are red. You find green candles you have bought, and then instead of going up straight, it comes down, and then it goes up, and then it comes down, and then until when it sells. I want to show you that thing. I want to show it to you somewhere here. Somewhere here. Let me so that we can understand what I'm talking about. And then we go to the margin calls. Then we shall understand what I'm going to talk about, how to distribute the margins or how to buy, how to trade with margin calls. Which one can we use? According to my trading view, I see Mana has already gone up, Luna has gone up, GRT has gone up. Okay, let us look at SLP. Today we had a signal of with the SLP. Let's look at it. You may not understand what I'm showing so much. Don't mind so much. You may not understand it for those ones who are still newcomers, but again, those ones who have been with us, you can as well get me. This signal was shared, and when it was shared, we are supposed to, when you look at my line, when we are supposed to sell at, the signal was saying we buy at this, at here. That's where we bought from. I want to change this one to yellow. I think yellow. We were supposed to buy at 0.03 here. 0.00320. That is the profit. That is the price we are supposed to buy at. And then we are going to sell at 0.0329. That is the 3%. But ever since this signal was given, we have not yet gone out of the market. What does that mean? From the time this signal was given, it was given when we were on this candle. Let me show you. We were on this candle. We were on this candle, this one. And then that trade moved. And it moved. Let me show you. It didn't sell. It moved up to here. Where we are supposed to sell from, it didn't reach. Some like 2-3 pips. That's where it ended. And we didn't sell. So we are waiting for the market to, and then it went down. Then it has tried coming up again in this red candle, but again it ended there, it has gone down. Now, in these movements, when it is going down, before it shoots up to reach our take profit, that's when the robot buys what we call the margin calls, or the quantities at different levels, depending on this, or depending on the instructions that you have given it. I am building a foundation so that we understand what margin calls mean. This market, it doesn't go straight all at once. You can start a trade and then it goes up, it doesn't reach your take profit, and then it comes down, and then now this one is a 4-time hour frame. If we go to a 30 minutes from when the trade is started, in 30 minutes, you can see there was a time when it went up somewhere there. Now let me bring my pointer. There is a time when it went up to here, but again, it kept on coming down. So in this moment here, when it is coming down here, and then it went up a little bit, though it didn't reach where we are supposed to sell from, and then now it has come down. In these movements, we started a trade. Instead of going up, it came down. Instead of going up for us to sell, it came down, it went up a little bit, because we can see different candles here. We can see different candles, the green ones. It means from the signal was given, there are times when it went up and then it came down. It went up and then it came down. It went up and then it came down. In those times when it is going down, that's when we buy the margin calls, hoping that now you are with me to where we are going. Can I have someone say, something in the comment, and so that I get to understand that you are now with me to where we are going. If you are with me and you have understood where we are going, please put a thumbs up in the chat room, and then we continue. When Jackson says yes, it means we are following. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's go to our royal queue. Now, when you are putting in a trade, it is very, very important to trade with margin calls. Iron has already bought. You remember our trade, we had put in a pending order. It has already bought. It is here. It has bought and it is buying. It has bought 4 times. For those ones who were here yesterday, it has bought 4 times already. I told it to buy pola step by step, and it has already bought. And when I go to the transaction record, it is going to show me how it has bought. You see? You see? It has bought. This was the first time to buy, the first buy in amount, then the first margin call, second, third, and fourth. It has bought. Okay, I'll find it. Now, margin calls, now we have understood where we are going. Don't put all your money all at once. Why? Because this market keeps on going up and down, up and down. Use the opportunity, use the chance when you have put in a trade and it goes down. When it goes down, buy more. You are buying more, you are accumulating more assets, and let me tell you, at a cheaper price. Where the first buy is bought at a different price. The first margin call, it is bought at a relatively lower price. The second, the third, the lower the margin call, the cheaper the price, and then it means you are accumulating more. If you are buying a coin and you've started buying it at $9, then your first margin call, you buy it at 8.7. And then your second call, you buy it at 8.5. And by the time you reach the 30th call, you will have bought it at $5. It means you have used less money to buy more. You are better than someone who will go to the market and then buys, uses $500 and then he buys a coin at $9. I don't know whether you are getting me. Let us see it practically. When I click on this iron, which has just bought, when we click in the transaction record, let us see. Our first buying amount, we bought it at 0.3491. We get it? Our first margin call, again, it was also bought at 0.3491. Now look at the second call. The second call has been bought at 0.0350. I don't know whether you are getting my point. Is it? Oh, average, it is average price. I was going to wonder. Iron 59, this is 60, 3500. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I've got it. Okay, now, from the time we bought this coin, when we look at it, we bought it at this is the price it was bought at. For now, the 4 margin calls, the average price of those 4 margin calls, it is 0.03496. What does that mean? When we look into, when we got to the transaction record, and we look at the fourth call, the price it was bought at, the fifth, the third, the second, the first, and the first buy in amount. When you add these prices which they were bought at, and then you divide them by 5, you will get what we call the average price. The first call or the first buying amount, what the robot buys for you when you are starting the trade, that price. And then the price it has bought the first margin call, the second margin call, the third margin call, and the fourth margin call. Those calls, those prices, they are added together and are divided by 5 to get the average price. What does that mean? When you buy a coin the first time as this trade is starting and you end there, you are going to be at that price until when it goes above, that's when you will sell. Someone who trades with margin calls and he keeps on buying down as the coin is going down, is going to buy more at lower prices, and this one, it is going to make the average price go lower, because the lower prices of buying the other margin calls will have been added to the higher price to get an average price which is relatively low. Trading with margin calls helps you not to stay in the market for so long. Trading with margin calls helps you to sell as many times as you can as the market is doing those retracements, those moves, ups and downs, instead of waiting for only the first time. Then you are going to be selling the margin calls, especially from the 5th, 6th, 7th, and up and below. I want to explain that one from here. Let me explain it from the whiteboard. Let me share the whiteboard. Let us say, for example, this is my first buy in amount. I have bought it from here. My first call is here. My second call, I have bought it here. That is second, third, fourth, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And the first buying amount was bought, then the trade didn't just go up in order to sell, it has gone down. It has dropped a margin call that I have set, it is going to buy here. Then it has gone down, it has also bought here, it has also bought here and here. All these ones are considered as one position. So they are going to be sold all at once. So the prices they were bought at, they are going to be added together and divided by 5 to get the average price. So which means that average price which is going to be gotten as the price goes by maybe 2% or 3% of that average price, I'll sell all these ones. Now, the 5th call is sold independently. Let us say this one was also bought, and then this one, and this one, and this one. And now our coin, our trade is down here. And if the trade starts going up and then it reaches here, this one is going to be sold. The 8th call is going to be sold. The first, second, third, fourth, and the first buying amount are sold at once, one position. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and so on. When the trade has been here, and then it goes up by 1.3, basically it is 1.3%. The 10th call, what the robot bought on the 10th time, it is going to be sold. It doesn't need to wait for the market to reach up here so that this one gets sold. No, you sell that one. As it goes up and then it passes the ninth call, and then it rises by 1.3%, it sells that. When it reaches 8, it sells that. It can even reach there and then it goes down. When it goes down, then it buys. It goes down, it buys, and then it goes down, it buys. It comes up, it sells. It comes up, it sells. It comes up, it sells. If it goes down again, it buys and buys. Going up, it sells and it sells and it sells. Then it reaches the 7th, it sells. It reaches the 6th, it sells. It can decide to go down. The market can go down. Then it buys. On coming back, it sells and it sells. And then it comes here, it sells. And then by the time it shoots to reach your first buy in amount and the first 4 positions that were bought, you have sold a lot of times here. That's when you will see a lot of sub sales in your, that's when you see a lot of sub sales in your transaction records. People always ask us, how much money are you using to make all those profits? It is because of the margin calls. You can be using $200 or you can in the margin calls. Okay, you have $500 as your capital and then $200 is distributed in the first buying amount, first call, second call, third call, and then fourth call. The coins can move down and then your trade is having over 10 margin calls. The trade can be rotating around the 10th to the 60th call for some time, for some hours, and you are buying and selling, buying and selling. It comes down, it buys, it goes up, it sells. It comes down, it buys, it goes up, it sells. And you see your 300 making you $20 in a day. Yet if you had bought all at once $500, you would be there waiting and waiting and waiting for the whole day and maybe even the whole night, and then the next day, that's when you can sell. So trading with margin calls, it is so good. You can make a lot of money. Are we there? Members, are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Now I'm back to my Royal Q, to the Royal Q app. Are you seeing it? Are we seeing the Royal Q app?
Nope. Not seeing.
You are not seeing the Royal Q app?
We are seeing the whiteboard.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm back now. Okay, I wanted to go here. I want to give an example of margin calls. Let me see, let me look at Gala. Let me look at Gala. When I look at Gala, I bought this coin. I don't know when I bought it. I don't know whether I can see. Let me see when I first bought it. And it has been using around $1,500. And it has made a lot of money using $1,500. And the around $500 is the money which was distributed in the first buying amount, first call, second call, and then third call, fourth call. The rest of the money has been being used in the margin calls. I want to see whether I can trace when I first bought it. And then we see they are around 2-3 days. The first time I bought it, it was on 9th. On 9th, okay? On 9th, around 7 p.m. On 9th January. And then it started buying, first buying amount, first call, second call, third, fourth, fifth. Then it sold. It sold the 50th call. Friends, can we see? It sold the 50th call. Now it has gone away. Let me look at this one. It sold the 50th call. You can see. These ones that you are seeing that they are sub sales. It is the pen. My pen is running away so fast and it is disturbing me. When you are seeing these sub sales, those are sales from margin calls. Sales from margin calls. These are not main sales. The main cell is always 1 for the first buy in amount, and then the margin, and then the first 4 margin calls. But the rest of the cells they are called sub cells. They are in the 5th call. I don't know if someone knows how to keep this pen somewhere and then it doesn't move. Please tell me, because it keeps on removing my screen, my sheet that I want to, the page that I want us to look at. Look, these are only sub cells. From 9th, when I bought this gala, it hasn't made a major sale. It means it hasn't sold what it bought on the first buy in amount, the first margin call, second margin call, third margin call, and fourth margin call. So we are just rotating around with the 5th margin call and below. All these ones are sub cells. So if I had put all my money, I have seen only one major cell. It is here. I've seen one major cell. I've seen a cell. Where has it gone? Where has it gone? And it was huge. It was for 47. That was on Saturday. My God, on Saturday was a killer day. I'm telling you. I want to see. I think people can as well. You have seen it? No.
We have seen it.
You have seen it somewhere?
Yeah, you have bypassed it. It is upward. It is there.
Okay.
It is there. Stop there. Stop there.
Okay, I have seen it. It is here. So from 9th, I am selling gala just in sub cells. The cell, it was only that one, and then I put it again. From this day, we are just selling margin calls. Margin calls only. We have from that one was sold on. It was sold on 14th. On 14th, that was it yesterday? I don't remember. Since then, we are just looking at sub cells, margin calls, and then sub cells only, and only. So that is the power of margin calls. Now, how can you distribute the margin calls according to the money that you are having? That is something which is disturbing us so much. That is something which is disturbing us so much. People are asking, especially when we find they have said margin drop. When they have said margin drop 10%, or when they have said margin drop 7%. When you are setting your trade, it doesn't mean that you are going to say a margin call drop 10% buy one time after you have set your first buy in amount. No, it means distribute this 10% in the margin calls. I don't know whether people, you can get me. Distribute the 10% in the margin calls that you want to set. I can say, they have told me 10%, I have $500. That is the money that I am having. I want $100 to go in the first buying amount with the first call, second call, third call, fourth call. I want to put there $100. How am I going to distribute the $100 in here? I'm going to say first buying amount. Let me use $60. First call, I'm going to use $10. Second, 10. Third, $10. Fourth, $10. So that is $100. So I have now $400 remaining. How am I going to distribute my $400 in the other margin calls. I'm going to say, let me use the 50 in each margin call. In each margin call. But before that, before distributing the $400 in the margin calls, they have told me it has to drop by 10%. I always, personally, I always want the first margin calls to be so close to one another. I want to say 0.3% times 4 times. Who can give us the answer, Banange? Those ones who are near calculators, please tell us. 0.3 times 4. It means that is a drop of 1.2. That is a drop of 1.2%. So from the 10% which was given to us, we are remaining with 8.8, right? Friends, are you following me?
Yes.
Yes, from the 10%, the margin call drop which they gave in the signal, we are remaining with, someone is saying that 0.3 times 4 is 1%. For me, I got 1.2, whatever the case. So it means the 10% which they gave us, I am still having 8.8%. Now the 8.8%, how am I going to distribute this? I can say the fifth margin call, let it drop by 1.5. And then I'm going to put 6 margin calls. Let me say, if I say 1.5 times 6, it will be 9. Oh, that will be too much. So I'm going to say, was it times 6? So I'm going to say times 5. So I'm going to have 5 more margin calls. I don't know whether people are following me. I'm going to have 4 margin calls. The 4 margin calls are above, then we are going to have 5 more margin calls. So which means we shall have the 5th margin call, which drops at 0.5, 1.5, and then we have the 5th call, 6th call, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Those are the 5 margin calls that we have seen. So which means in here, we have put there 7.5%. Here we have 7.5% plus the 1.2 that we got. And then we are having 8.8. We are having another percentage which has remained, which is 1.2, which means we can put the 11th call. Now, if we are having 11 calls, so we are going to distribute, I don't know whether people are getting me, we are going to distribute our 400 amongst the 6 margin calls. We have seen 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Was it like that? Remind me, were they 6 margin calls? Yes. We are going to divide. People are going to say, hey, things are getting complicated. We are having our $400. We are going to divide it into 6 margin calls. It means every margin call, we are going to put $66 in order for our 5 margin calls to our 6 margin calls to have $66, and then we are sure that our $400 is well distributed in the margin calls. I don't know whether people are following me, but I'll see the feedback after my training in the chat room. So it means I'm going to distribute my 100 in the one position, the other first position, then 66 from the 5th call, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and was it the 10th? 6 margin calls, those ones. So it means my $400 are here. And what does that mean? That when I start the trade, even if this trade, if this trade from where I bought it from, it goes down by 10%, I'll still be in the market. If it has gone down to 10% and my 10th call has been bought, as soon as it goes up by 1.3%, I am selling. It goes up, surpasses 9, it's called 1.3%, I sell, I make a sub sell. It goes up, I make a sub sell, I make a sub sell, a sub sell. If it goes down, it buys them again because the money is there. It was allocated. The money which you have allocated to a trade, never and never use it. If it has not used it to buy, don't touch it because you cannot know when the market is changing. The market can change anytime. So as it goes down, it buys. When it is going up, it is selling, it is selling. It goes down, it buys. It goes up, it is selling, it is selling. By the time it reaches to sell this $100, these are, which are here, I have done what? I have made a lot of money in the margin calls. So distribute your money according to the percentage which has been given. These days, in the signals that we always give, we always show the margin call drop, because when we have done the analysis, we look at it depending, using the different indicators. We use the exponential moving averages, the Fibonacci. Someone has looked at the stochastic, someone has looked at the daily opening, someone has looked at like at least five indicators which are saying the same thing. So someone has seen that if it goes down, it will go by at least 3%. When it goes down by 3%, then it will go up and it will sell. So that's why we always put the margin call drop. Hoping you are with me and we are moving on well. If we are moving on well, okay, now I can go back to my what? To the what? Let me stop sharing. Let me first look into the what? The charts, and then we see, and then we can continue. I don't know whether we have understood how to distribute the margin calls, because today I saw someone on the group was asking what is the meaning of 10, and then when they said margin call drop 10%, someone just put 10% as the margin call drop, and you set only one margin call, which was a bit wrong. Okay, someone is saying, let me first look into the chat, then we continue. Someone says we are on track. Okay, we are good. Good to have a robot. Oh my God, I've been missing. That is Nanjuna from Northern West Africa. We are seeing the whiteboard. Okay, following. I'm following. That's why I typed. Okay. Richard says, Madam Harriet, let's say I entered market with margin calls and the coin triggers at a target price without trade dropping with the margin calls sell, or will wait until it drops back below first buy in amount. Okay, there are times when you set a trade and then it doesn't go down and it just goes up and then sells. So that's why it is important when your first buying amount, you put there some money with some good amount. Put some good amount just in case it goes up. Let it go with that. Let it sell. Let it go. A coin that starts and then it just goes up, the one which just goes up, it is okay. You just leave it and then say, okay, let me wait for another one. I love trades signals that are shared as I buy, as the price triggers. and then it first goes down because I know I'm going to buy, accumulate at lower prices. Then it starts selling, going up until it gets up. So when it doesn't go down to pick the margin calls, just leave it. Let it go, let it get out, wait for another signal to trade with margin calls. Hoping that I have answered. Favor says go direct to action, use the calculator. I don't know what you mean. I maybe have not understood very well what you are saying. Please, you can as well elaborate more and I explain. Someone says, Madam Harriet, is there a video on how to set margin calls? Because I've not got anything, I came late. Oh, when you watch the training which I did yesterday, we shared the link. I'm going to share it again. You will see. I trained about how to set margin calls yesterday. I'm lost. Things are so complicated. More explanation, please. Madam, please, can you, Madam, use it 300 like you did yesterday, last day? Okay. Mwang says things are very complicated. Let me share a screen and then we make it a bit simple. For example, I want to get a signal which is having a margin call drop. Margin call drop. Let me go to game changers 2. It is always having less. It is always having not too much. Okay. Let me come here. Let's look at this this signal here. It was shared, this one. It was shared and then they said buy SLP, take 3%, that is the percentage to sell at, this is the price. And then they said 5 margin, 5 drop 5%. When they said that drop is 5%, and someone anticipated, the one who did the analysis, saw it that it is going to drop by 5%. What are you supposed to do? They have said drop 5%. The drop is 5%. You are having $300. That is your trading capital. Make sure that maybe the 1.2, as we did the other time, 0.3 for margin calls, the first buying amount, margin calls, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let them be having 0.5, I mean 0.3%. That is the margin call drop. Let them be close to one another. Why? Because we want them to buy very fast, because those ones are considered as one position with the first buy in amount. We want to get rid of them so that we go to the fifth call, which is sold independently, and we make money from the sub sales. So here, if I have put 60, and then I put 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, I have 100. So I am remaining with my $300. So now the 5%, if I want to make maybe the 4 margin calls, it is 1.2. We saw that 1.2%. 1.2%. If our call drop, they have said use 5%, then we take away 1.2. We have remained with 3.8. So it is the 3.8% we are going to distribute into the $200. Now, let's say if I want to make 4 margin calls, from the 2, if I want to make the, I want to I have $200. I want to make 4 margin calls. It means each and every margin call, I'm going to put there $50. Now, how am I going to distribute my 3.8? Divide by the 4 margin calls. It means I'm going to make 0.9%, or I can say, let me just do by 1%, because 0.9%, it is going to be disturbing. Just say from the 5th margin call, the margin call drop is 1%. I have 4 margin calls down, 6th, 7th, and 8th. I put here 1%. Let the drop here be 1%. It buys for $50. It drops by 1%. It buys for $60. It drops by 1%. It buys for, no, it is not 60, it is $50. $50. It drops by 1%. And it buys for $50, which means my 200 is also distributed, plus the 100, which is up there. My $300 are distributed within the 5%, which is in the signal. I don't know whether it is clear. Frank, I said I am complicating things.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes, please.
Here above you are saying you have distributed there, like in the first, second, third, and fourth margin calls, you've distributed only like one, like they have 40 USDT, because you've said 10, 10, 10, 10, and then you've said you are distributing, is it 100 in the first to the fourth margin calls, and then you are saying you've distributed 100. Then here from the 5th to the 8th, you are saying you've distributed 200. At least here you've said 50, 50, 50, and 50. But above here, where we're saying from the 1st to the 4th, you've distributed only 40. Where is the other remaining part?
The 60 is in the first buy in amount, what the robot starts the trade with. That's where the 60 is.
Okay.
So people, let us get to understand. The first buy in amount is different from the margin calls. The first buy in amount, that is the initial amount that the robot starts with when the trade is starting. That is the FBI. We call it FBI, first buy in amount. So it is 60. The 4 margin calls are having 10, 10, that is 40, that is 100. Then the 200, I have distributed it into the 4 margin calls, taking 50, 50 to make our 300 total being used. Have we understood that one, friends?
You go direct to Royal Q and distribute there, then they are going to confirm.
Okay, let me go to Royal Q. Let me go to Royal Q, and then I'm going to Royal Q. I'm putting back my screen. Are you seeing it now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm back at Royal Q. And when I'm at Royal Q, I think I'm seeing a lot of messages. Let me see what they are saying. You know, I love these messages. I love messages in this. Ion is doing a lot of buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. Okay. It is buying so much. Let me see whether I have made some money. Hey, $15 already today. Yay, $15, you people. You can see, there is money already. Hey, Mama, say, let's go. Let's go. We are distributing $300 in a trade. They have given us they have given us the drop is 5%. Okay. We have said they have given us maybe the drop is 5%. We have algo. Let us go with the algo as our case study. I have gone to trade setting, and then I have my 300. I am using $300. That is my money. That is the capital that I am using. And I have said I want the robot to buy as I'm starting the trade. Now I am editing. As I want the robot to trade, the first buying amount is $60, hoping that we are seeing it. It is here. It is here, $60. And another thing that I want, because we have distributed our $300 into 4 margin calls. No, 4, that is 8 margin calls. So it means I'm going to say 8 margin calls. It's what I want to use. Maybe they have given me the take profit. We are selling at 3.5 maybe. And then I go to the margin configuration. I am going to distribute my money here. I am going to distribute my money here because I want to use my $200 very well. Okay, my $200 very well. My first buying amount is 60. And now I want to use 50. Okay, I want to use 50. 50 of 60. It is going to be 0.8. You remember yesterday I said, look at the amount of money you want to use divided by your first buy in amount. I don't know whether you get me. I said there are those ones who do it this way. After it has bought your first buying amount, you go back and change the first buying amount. You put it at $10 and then it keeps on. You keep on multiplying. If you want to buy for 50, and then you put 5 times. If you want to buy for 60, you put 6 times. For me, because I know I can forget, I just divide that I want to use 50. Divide by the 60, that is my first buying amount. It means I'm going to put 0.83. I go back. So 0.3, and then I put, what have I said? It is 0.83. 0.83. 0.83 of the $60. It means the $50. No, sorry. Sorry, friends, this one is $10. That is the first buying amount. That is 10 divided by 60. That is 0.16. Sorry, 0.16. That is $10. On the second margin call, $10, $10, $10. 50th margin call. Then because we are distribute, they say the margin call drop is 5%. I come here, we saw that we are going to make it 1%, let it drop by 1%, and then here let it drop by 1%. If we add 0.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.3 plus 0.3 plus 4, we shall get the 5% margin drop, which is in the signal. I don't know whether we are there. Why am I putting 0.3%? I want the 4 margin calls to be bought very fast so that I reach the margin calls which I am to buy and be sold independently. And now we are here. We have said if I want to use $50, I just come, I want to use $50. I have distributed my $200. Divide by 60, that is 0.83. I come back. The 50th call, it is going to be 0.83. That 0.83 of 60, it means $50. And then 83, even here 0.83, and even here 0.83, and then I come.
Excuse me, Excuse me, please.
Yes, please.
I need a pardon of from the 50 call to and below. How many dollars are you using there? Because you were saying 50 divided by
It is
6.
$50.
You're going to distribute 50 on each margin call, yeah?
Yes. Now,
All right.
if you look at 0.16, it means $10. 0.16, it means $10. 0.83 means $50. That is for someone who is not going to go back and edit the first buying amount when the robot buys.
Okay.
Okay. For someone who will wait for the robot to buy the 60, and then you go back and edit the first buying amount, then you can edit these ones. Then this one, 0.16 will be one time, because as you edit, you will put $10 as the first buying amount. But you do the editing after it has bought. Now for me, because I am always busy, I just set and the robot does the work. It might buy when I'm still busy and maybe I don't have the time to come back and edit. So that's why I divide it that way. I just find out how much money do I want to put in this margin call. Then I divide it by the first buying amount, which is there. Then I get what I am supposed to put in the multiple buy-in ratio. I hope, friends, now we are there. Have I done it practically? Have we understood it? If not, you can ask a question in the chat room and then I see. Is it understandable? Let me see in the chat room. I see what people are saying. Uh-huh. I'm seeing people putting up their hands. Okay, let me first see what is in there. Use a calculator. Okay, I think Jackson, I have done it. I am lost. Oh, Frank, I don't think that you are lost now again. If you are lost again, please. Boaz also says, I am also lost. Madam, I am confused from the 50th call. I'm with you. Thanks a lot for the training. Madam Harriet, I have a question. Sammy, please ask your question. It's now clear. Okay. Sarah says it is clear. Add us another example, please. Can I set the calls regardless of my first buying amount? Let me say if my first buying amount is $400. Sammy, if your first buying amount is $400, how much is your capital? How much is your capital? It is not good to put too much money in the first buying amount, because in case the trade goes down and then it stays there for a long time, a lot of your money is stuck in the first buying amount and it is there redundant. I don't know how much money that you are having to put your first buying amount as it's $400. And then the other margin calls, I don't know what you are going to put there. But if you are having a lot of money, like 10,000 US dollars is what you are using, your first buying amount can be $400. Then I don't know what you are going to put. You can now distribute, you can maybe put $100 in your first margin call, second margin call, third margin call, and the rest of the money, distribute it in the margin calls. You will make a lot of money. So if you are having $1,000 and you put $400 as your first buying amount, And then you are remaining with $600. It means you are going to have like 6 margin calls, 7, 8, and then the money is finished. I would have advised, put $100 as your first buying amount. Make sure that you have around 60 or another 100 in the 4 margin calls. Then you are having $200, which is in the first buying amount and the 4 margin calls. Then the rest of your money, $800, put it in the other margin calls. Or even you can even say that the last margin call, if you have put 8 margin calls, and then you put biggest amount of money in the 8th margin call, which is down there, because it is the one which is likely to sell faster. And then it is a margin call which is likely to be bought again and again more times because it is lower. So if the market is rotating around there, you will make a lot of money from there. Okay, can I still use $10 for the first buy, for the first 4 margin calls, and then 50 for the other 4 margin calls to make 8 calls? I have understood it. Okay, he has understood. Salme says, how about if I have $100? What would be my first buying amount? Your first buying amount, let it be $20. Let it be $20. Put the $10 in your first 4 margin calls. So it means you have put there $80. Then have the 5th margin calls, the 5th margin call with the 20. Or even you can say your first buying amount is $10, but the default amount for first buy should be $15, not 10. Default amount of money to be in the first buying amount is $15. So with 100, start with the 15 or 20. Then the rest, divide them accordingly. Salme, I don't know whether I have responded to you very well. Okay, Hirale is putting up a hand. Please, you can ask.